Hello friends, you are welcome to another session on Code with Math. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button. And if you love watching my videos, I encourage you to click on the like button and help me to reach out to more people. Thank you very much. We have started a series on learning the C programming language, and we have started the topic understanding operators in C. Today we are going to continue from where we have stopped. So we have defined operators, we have checked the classifications of operators, we've looked at arithmetic operators, we've also considered relational operators, logical operators. We took a very good dive into bitwise operators. And today I want us to continue from where we stopped. We just have two operators left to consider, and we're going to do this in a short while. So assignment operators. So we are all familiar with the equal to sign, which is for assignments. That's what we use to assign variables or to assign new values to variables. So, but there are other modifications, there are other ways we could assign values to variables, and that is just what I want us to consider. So you can see the plus equal, the minus equal, the multiplication equal, division equal. So they are all variants, and of course there is also the bitwise variant, and also there is the modulus equal. So it's actually a combination. They are combinations of equal, the assignment operator, and with arithmetic operators and bitwise operators. So then the plus equal actually is used to update the value. You update the value of a variable. You update the value of a variable after performing the arithmetic operation. So without further ado, let's take a deep dive into our code. So I'm going to start a new file right here, and this time I'm going to call ops.c. So just the regular boilerplate. I just want to include standard input and output, stdio.h. Then int main void. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to have a variable in a, and let's say now a equals to 0. So of course the equal to here is the assignment operator, and then we could have others. I can say a plus equal 5. So let's print the value of a and let's see. So of course, let's compile. So let's run a code. So we see that a now equals to 5. So let me just update it. Let me update this once again. So then let's rerun this. Let's compile again. Let's rerun our code. So you see now A is 10. So what this line of code does is you add the right value to the left value, and then you assign the new value to the left value. So we update A by the addition of 5 and the former value of A. So that's what happens. And of course, we could have this again. Let me have this here. And then let's change this to A minus equal 2. So you can see, okay, so sorry, compile and run. So now we have a new value for A, which is 8. So here A starts being 0, A gets updated by the addition of 0 and 5, and then A being 5 gets updated by the addition of A and 5, that's 5 and 5 being 10, and then A gets updated by the subtraction of 2 from it. So that is basically what happens. We could have other things. I could do a multiplication also. I could do a multiplication. So you see that's 16. And of course we can have another, let's say int b equals to 3, right? So we could have this. We could do a, so we could do a modulus, right? So you see it's been updated. Why? Because 16 is totally divisible by 2, so the remainder is 0. So right now the value of a becomes 0. So that's just for us to understand. And of course you could have other operations. You could do a left shift. You could left shift, you could right, sorry, you could, no need for that space, right? You could left shift, you could right shift. So it's still, you're just going to have a new value. You're just going to have a new value. All right. So we can, let's just progress. Let's continue. Having a good understanding of arithmetic operators, bitwise operators, we know that we can make the combinations with the assignment operator and have an updated value for our variable. All right, thank you guys. Let's continue. All right, guys. So let's continue. We have actually discussed a little bit of these miscellaneous operators, right? We've seen the sizeof operator, which we use to check the size of different variables. The ampersand can be used to print the address of a variable, and the asterisk here right now is used to as a pointer to a variable when we want to refer to the address of that variable. We want to store it as a pointer. We will discuss more on the ampersand and the asterisk when we discuss pointers, strings, and arrays. Then the question mark and colon used together, they are known as conditional expressions or the ternary operators. So we will speak more about them when we discuss conditions in C, which will be our next topic, by the way. So just a quick dive. Let's check the size operator. All right. So let's head over to VS Code. Okay. So in VS Code, I've prepared this already. I've prepared this just to make this video fast, and I want us to just follow along. So I declared the variable A. equals to 8. A float variable b equals to 5.68. So what I'm doing here is I want to use the size of to print different data types, right? So just look at how I use the size of operator. Let me just retype this. So what I did is size of in bracket right there. I put the operator I want, right? I put the data type that I want. So the format specifier is LD because the size of actually returns an unsigned long. If you use VS Code like I'm doing with IntelliSense on, you can see that it gives me more information on the data type that it will return just by placing my cursor on it, and it says unsigned long. So it's an unsigned long, right? So that is why right here I'm using the LD, which is what I would use to print and the format specifier for unsigned long. Okay, so size of char is so bytes, right? Size of int is this byte. Size of float is this byte. And of course, you could use the size of operator also on your variables. That is what I tested here. Okay, guys. So let me clear this. If I were to compile this code and then run it, then you can see on my computer, I see size of char is 1 byte. Size of int is 4 bytes. Size of float is 4 bytes. So the size of the variable a is 4 bytes. The size of the variable b is 4 bytes. All right. So just a quick look. I can print the address. I can print the address of my variables and see where they are stored on the computer. So for me to do that, I will use another format specifier. So this time around, I'm going to use %p. And then I'm going to use the ampersand, right? I'm going to use the ampersand to get the address. Let me also get the address of this b. Okay, so I could have something like, let's make this better. I could say address of a in memory. Address of b in memory. Okay, then. So let's compile this. So you can see I didn't put a space here. Recompile. So you can see the address of A in memory is this. And then this is the address of B in memory. If I try to run this again, can you notice some changes? Can you notice that there is a change, right? There is a change. So the address will most likely never be the same because your computer is dynamic and there are always going to be changes in your memory allocations. Each time you run your program, your computer assigns new memory space to that program, right? And so the address will not be the same. So you can always spot the difference. You can see before, note the DE2. Here you see the DB. So it's always going to be different. It's all right. All right. So the other operators, the asterisks and the conditional operators, like I said, we will discuss about them in further videos. All right, guys. So I think we can stop this session here today. So just one more to consider under operators, and that is the operators precedence, which I will discuss in the next session. If you like what you've watched so far, please kindly click on the like button and encourage me to do more and also to reach out to more people. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and be notified anytime I release a new video. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next session. Bye.